Wednesday Bible study. Before we get started, got any prayer requests, send them my way. Do our Lord first, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Our Father who in heaven, have thy name, come to beloved. Burn under seven, beautiful children. That take them, deliver from evil, power and glory forever. Amen. All y'all. Then with a small scroll. One. Then I saw another mighty angel come from the heaven, wrapping the cloud with a halo on his head and face like a sun. His feet were like pillars of fire. In his hand he held a small scroll that had been opened. He placed his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land. And then he cried in a loud voice as a lion roars. Then he cried out, seven thunders rises from his voices when his seven thunders had spoken. I saw about writing it down. I heard a voice from heaven say, show up. What the seven thunders had spoken and did not write it down. Then the angel started standing on the sea and on the land, raised his right hand to the heaven as his store, while one who lived forever and ever, who created the heaven, earth, and the sea, and all that is in them. There shall be no more delay. All the time when you heard the seven angels blow the trumpet, the mysteries plan of God shall be fulfilled. He promised to seven the prophets. Then the voice I had heard from heaven spoken on me again. It said, go take the scroll and lie. Open the hand of the angel and standing in the sea on the land. I went to the angel and saw the scroll, and he take it and swallow it. It will return a stomach sore in the mouth, and it will be tasted as sweet as honey. I took the small scroll from the angel's hand and swallowed it in my mouth. It was like sweet honey in the he had ate it. My stomach turned sore. Then someone said to me, you must profusely again about many people, the nations, tongues, and kings. Chapter 11, y'all. No, I witnessed giving him messaging around like I said. I was told how many messages the tip of God. And the author and count those who worshiping in it. But into the outer court in the temple do not measure. He has been handled over the Goliath who trampled the whole city in 2 months. I will commission my two witnesses to purposely for those who 100 days wearing sackcloth. They saw the two olive trees and two lampstands. They stand before the Lord from the earth. If anyone wants to harm them, fire come out the mountain and devour them. And the way anyone wanting to harm them, sure to be slain. The half power took hold of the God of the no rain can fall during the time of the perfecting. They also have power to turn water into blood and affect the earth with any plague as often as they wish. When they finish, the rich king from this, they will wage war against them and conquer them and kill them. Their corpses will lie in the main street in the great city which has been symbolic named Sodom in Egypt, and where indeed their Lord was crucified. From every people, tribe, tongue, and nation would gaze on their corpses. For 3.5 days they were not allowed corpses to be buried. The hypnotists of the earth will gloat over them and be glad and change gifts because the Jews prophets torment the deaths of the earth. But after the 3.5 days they breathed life, God entered them and they were stood under their feet. Great fear fell on who bore them. Then they heard a loud voice from heaven said to them, come up here. So they went to heaven and saw an image stuck on. At that moment they were great earthquake and tent fell in the ruins 7,000 in the north, and they will resound and ever. From four elders who sat on their throne before God prostrated themselves and worshiped God and said, we give thanks to you, Lord Almighty, who are and who were. For you assumed the great power and established the regime. The nation raged, but their wrath had come, and the time of dead be judged in conscience their servants and prophets, and their holy ones, and those who fear your name. The small will break the light, and to destroy those who destroy the earth. Then God's temple in the heavens opened, or in the covenant had mentioned temple. They were flash and lightning, rumbling, and peals, and thunder, and earthquakes, and violent hailstorm. A great sign appeared the star. Son of a woman clothed with the sun and moon under their feet, and the head of the crowd, and 12 stars. She was with the child, and will allow in the pain, and laboring to give birth. Then another sign appeared. The sky was in the his red dragon, and the 7 heads and 10 horns, and one on the hand, and the thigh means it was swept away, and third of sword and sword hurled down the earth. Then the giant before the child and the gave birth. She gave birth to a son, male child, destined to rule all the nations with her iron rod. Her child called in his throne. The woman herself led that she had placed prepared by God that there she might be taken care of 1260 days. Then war broke out in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought the back and did not prevail any longer in the place in heaven. The huge dragon, ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, and devil thrown with their angels who were thrown down with it. Then I words in heaven said, now the sovereign power comes in the kingdom of God in the authority on our who are accused future for our brothers is cast out who accuse them before our God day and night. Barbara said by her judgment for from the serpent. She was taken care of the year 2.5 years. The serpent however stooping a turn to wear out the hegemon after the woman swept away the sun and the earth helped the woman open their mouth and swallow the foot and the dragon serpent in its mouth. Then the dragon became angry. The woman went off and waged war against the rest of her spring. Those who keep God's commandment and bear witness to took their position on the sand of the sea. Tomorrow we're going to do chapter 13, 14, and 14, 15, and 16. See y'all tomorrow. God bless y'all.